always wanted to go through recruitment, and I always wanted to be a part of a sorority my entire life. I know that a lot of my friends that I had that were older than me in high school joined sororities when they went to college, and they told me about the incredible experiences that they got to have, and I always wanted that.
I decided to go through sorority recruitment here at RMU because my sister was in Zeta Tau Alpha when she was here. I know what bond she has with her sisters and still has to this day as an alum, and I wanted that same home away from home when I was at college.
Right from the start, when I went to college, my mom had always told me about her sorority and all the sisters that she had and the bond that she had with them. And some of her best friends, even still today, are part of her sorority. And that was something that I always wanted. She said that some of her best memories were from a sorority, and it's actually kind of funny because it's brought us closer together.
In high school, I was never the prim and proper girl. I was a tomboy, I played sports a lot, and so when I came to RMU, I didn't think that going through recruitment and being in a sorority was for me, but I found that the girls in Zeta Tau Alpha accepted me how I was, and I didn't need to impress them, and I just felt really at home here.
I joined ZTA because I knew from the start that that's where I wanted to be. I loved everything about them, and I actually went to high school with one of my sisters, and she kind of told me a lot about ZTA before recruitment, so that kind of kept me more interested. And then as recruitment went on, I just felt more at home, and the last night I bawled my eyes out because I knew that ZTA was where I was supposed to be.
There really isn't a type in Zeta. It's sort of everyone is unique and everyone is strong and independent and so smart and really just amazing girls. And I think I walked in and saw that these are girls that I can belong with.
Well, one of the first experiences you have when you first come to college is your freshman roommates. I found friendships that I didn't expect at all. And then we went through recruitment together, me and Megan, and on bid day when we both ran to Zeta, it might have been one of the best experiences
I was like,
that I've
she's
ever had.
my sister, and I think we just hugged and
It brought us so much closer together, and I wouldn't trade that experience for the world.
So we started out as friends in a freshman dorm, and now we became sisters, so it's just a completely different bond.
I know.
Our philanthropy is breast cancer awareness and education, and as a sorority, we're a group of women who get to go out in the community and on our campus and raise money and awareness for this cause. It's a great feeling whenever you're at one of these events and somebody comes up to you that's been affected by breast cancer and tells you what an impact you're making.
A year before I came to school, my aunt passed away from breast cancer. And she was very young at the time. She has 2 daughters that are my age. There's always that point in time when you stand back and you think, I want to help and I want to do something about it, but you're also one person and you feel like what can you really do? And coming and joining Zeta, where we have 70 girls who are all fighting for the same cause, and not only 70 girls on this campus, but hundreds of girls across the nation, and we're all together and we're all sisters and we're all fighting together to help this cause. And that was something that I really couldn't compare to anything else.
The Sisters of ZTA put a lot of pride into the service that we do. This past year, we were able to raise over $3,000 with 2 events. It shows that we are so dedicated to what we put our hearts into, and what the reason is that most of us are here. Philanthropy means so much to us. At Zeta Days, we were recognized for philanthropy and hard work that we put into our community service. It's a great feeling knowing that not only the people at our university realize this, but that we are nationally recognized.
Probably one of my favorite experiences in Zeta was getting my big. And I didn't think I would fall in love like I did all over again until I got my littles. It honestly made me a better person. They motivate me every single day to do better. And we became a family at last. It was
probably the best moment.
The most memorable day.
My Zeta family has really been such a support system here at school. My big, I don't even know if she realizes how much of a role model she is to me, but even though we don't get a chance to spend a ton of time together, she's really my inspiration and she's my role model. And I just always want to thank her for that, because I don't think she realizes how much of an impact she's had on me in this chapter. She's helped me become a better big to my little, and I hope that my little feels the same way about me, that I can be that support system and that person to look up to.
My favorite part about being in Zeta is the bond that I have found with every single girl, 70 plus of us, and every single girl I can relate to. And I think my favorite part as a whole is, since I don't have siblings at home, getting away from my family, I didn't really feel like I had anyone here that would have my back, that I could go to in the middle of the night if I needed them. And that's what I found with these girls. I could pick up the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning and run to somewhere, and they would be there for me.
You know, everyone goes through their boy problems, but I definitely had mine. And when that happened, I can't even begin to tell you how many sisters I had coming up to me, hugging me, you know, crying with me. I called so many of them to help me through it, and I look back 6 months now and realize, like, I wouldn't have gotten through without them. And just knowing that my big made a sign for me on homecoming weekend and spent the whole game with me in my dorm was my Zeta moment, knowing that I had someone there for me during my absolute worst, and I'll never forget that.
I had a really rough time going through some things, and one of our sisters was in the suite, and she had her friends over, and she noticed that I was having a hard time, and she said, you know, I have to go take care of my sister, I'll be right back. And she was in my room with me, talking me through some things, crying, and letting her other friends just hang out because she knew that her sister was her top priority and she had to come save me. She's a sister, and she's always there for me, and I couldn't thank her enough.
I'm really proud to have a sisterhood that's strong, and my sisters have changed my life, and I can't imagine being anywhere else. I couldn't imagine losing what I have here for anything, and for the rest of my life, I'm glad that I'm gonna have those people with me. And I can't wait for when I get married and I have all of my 70 sisters at my wedding and my bridal party, and that's what I'm looking forward to most, is having them in my life for the rest of my life.